present value tables, future tables, and annuity tables. Are these worrying you? Don't worry. Today in lesson, we will discuss about how to make sense of a present value table, similarly an annuity or a future value table. Hi, this is CMA Kiran of C2C Consulting, and let's dive into understanding the present value table. During our schooling days, I'm sure all of you will remember that we said amount is a function of principal into your rate, and we extrapolate this for the power of tenure. Alternatively, we can write as P into 1 plus R to the power of T, where R denotes your rate of interest, T denotes your time period or tenure, and P is your principal amount. For example, if I want to find out how much I should invest into, say, a bank fixed deposit, which will fetch me in future 100 rupees or $100 amount, and the bank is going to pay me, say, 1%. So I can write the same formula, amount, which is what I'm going to get in future, divided by 1 plus 1%, which is R, 0.01 for 1 year. T is 1 year. This will tell me what is the principal I need to invest today. So this is called present value that we are trying to calculate. So if I am trying to figure this out, this will give me 100. Let me use a calculator. Divided by 1.01. So 100 divided by 1.01. That tells me 99.0099 or 99.01. So 100 divided by 1.01 is giving me 99.01. This means if I invest today $99.01 or rupees, I can achieve at the rate of 1% for 1 year an amount of 100. The same principle of whatever equation, amount is a function of principal into 1 plus R to the power of T. You can write it either ways, and to find out present value, we'll use the present value table. So now let's figure it out. What is this 0.99? For 1 year, 1% interest, I'm able to find out today I invest 0.99, I'll get $1 after 1 year at the rate of 1%. That's what we did here. $100 I'm getting in future, today I invest $99. So bank is paying me 1%. This will automatically move on. Same way, let us try to understand how we can move to the next one. So 100 divided by 101, that's 0.99, into 100 divided by 101, I'll get the second year. So amount divided by 1 plus R to the power of 2, the tenure is 2. So that's 0.9803. That's what you have given here in the table, 0.98. For third year, you can just multiply on your calculator into 100 divided by 101, 0.705, 0.71 rounded upwards. So the present value factor is nothing different from what you have learned in your schooling days. Amount divided by 1 plus R to the power of T will give you the principal that you need to invest today. This present value factor, you've seen manually how to calculate it, also in a calculator. I'll show it to you in Excel. Say if my future expectation is 100 and I expect 1% interest for 1 year. So let's do this manually using the same formula. So I have my future as a function of 1 plus interest rate to the power of, you can use the caret symbol, which is shift and 6, tenure. So this is giving me exactly the same thing, what we were doing. So you can multiply 100 directly using the table. So the present value table is giving me the shortcut for 100 into 0.99. That's exactly what this 99 has come. Instead of doing this manually, within Excel, there are inbuilt functions called present value. So you can type PV and it will open up. It asks me the rate. So I have an interest rate of 1%. It asks me the periods. NPER is denoting the number of periods. So that's 1. I want to find out, the future value. For that, the payment is, so I'm spending today minus, I give a minus symbol. So in Excel, remember that you need to denote this minus symbol. The moment I press enter, it will automatically give me the same value. So only catch when you are using Excel, you just need to give the payment. Why? Because you are putting that money in a bank or you are spending this for a building or some expenditure. So you want to know for the future, since it's going out of your pocket, we use a minus symbol to arrive at the present value. So this was your Excel for present value. Now let's move on to the future value. And before I dive into the future value, there is also that so many students who get confused between present value of a dollar or a present value of a rupee in the Indian context and the annuity table. So since I am using the CMA US Hawk material here, I'm just continuing with the same. And here it says that present value of a $1 annuity. The meaning of annuity is repetition. So every time period, either yearly or whatever, I'm repeating the same amount. So for example, a lease rent, say 3 years lease rent, if I have to pay every year $100, so I can use the annuity table straight away and find out the present value for the next 3 years, whatever I am remitting. So the same thing what we were doing so far in the calculator, I can cumulatively do that. So let me show you. 100 divided by 101 to the power of 1 plus 100 divided by 101 to the power of 2 and so on. So what am I trying to do? Amount divided by 1 plus interest to the power of 10 euro. Every year I'm increasing it based on the time period. For year 1 to the power of 1, year 2 to the power of 2 and so on. So once I do this, I'll get 0.99 plus 0.98, 0.971. So if you total this up, for 2 periods, this will be together 1.97. For 3 periods, all 3 put together, it will be 2.94. That's exactly what annuity table is. So you can use your calculator and makes more sense if you use your calculator and then try to actually relate this. So for those of you who are pursuing CMA US or in India CA or CMA India or CS, or if you are from CFA or FRM, ACCA, CMA background, for sure you will be asked to make sense with this present value calculation. You can directly apply for annuity by looking at this table. Alternatively, in calculator, you can actually use this. I would always suggest to any student to interpret this better by understanding from a calculator. This is your annuity table. Pretty easy for you to calculate this. Now let's move into a future value. Again, we said amount is a function of principal into 1 plus r to the power of t. So if I want to find out the future amount, if I know how much I need to invest today principal, I'll just directly use this. So if I'm investing $100 and I know 1% is what I'm going to earn for the power of 1. So that's 100 into 1.01 to the power of 1, which is 101. That's what this 1.01 is. Factor. This 1.01. I want for 2 years. Principal 100 will remain the same. 1 plus 0.01. My interest of 1% will still remain the same. The tenure will change now for 2 and so on, 3, 4. You can do this. Now I can use the calculator to understand before I look at the table. So I am investing 1.01 into 1.01 square. Now this is telling me it is 1.02. So that's exactly what is mentioned here. Like this, you can take any example. Let me give one more example. If say my R, the interest is 6%. So I will use 1 plus 0.06 to the power of, say, 4 years. 100 is my principal that I'm investing into 1 plus R, which is 6%, 0.06 to the power of T, 4 years. So we can directly go and refer to the table. It says 1.262. How did this come? So I can multiply 100 into 1.262. I'll get to know my lease rental for the next 4 years, how much I'm remitting. So that's what this means. So in terms of calculator, to make sense, 1.06 is my first year, and now I'm multiplying this for second year, 1.12, into 1.06 for third year, 1.19, and into 1.06 for the fourth year, 1.2625. That's exactly what this 1.262 rounded up. So whatever is there in your future value table, you can easily interpret this in the form of a calculator. Let me show this in Microsoft Excel. 100 investment, say your interest rate is 6%, your time period of 4 years. I'll use a manual formula first. So principal, 100 into 1 plus interest to the power of, again using shift and 6 caret symbol, T, which is 4 here. So this tells me that it is 126.25. So that's your factor, 1.26. You can directly multiply with your investment. In Excel, there is an inbuilt function called future value, FV. Says first rate, 6%, number of periods, 4. And so it's asked for present value. So I'll give a comma, I'll leave it blank, and I'll give it a present value with a minus symbol because it's going out of your pocket today. The moment I press enter, you can see it gives me as 126. So you can use FV formula, future value. You can use PV formula for the present value. Alternatively, you can also look at the manual stuff. So just let me show you how the formulas will appear. So this is how you can make sense, of the time value of money, and very helpful for the students. So if you have any of the queries, please get in touch with us on www.c2cc.in. More power to you. All the best.